my foodies, and today on PJ Cooks Sexy Food. Today I'm going to show you how to save some money in the kitchen by, instead of buying chicken parts, by buying leg quarters and breaking them down yourself. Chicken leg quarters you could buy for 59 cents a pound. I bought a 10-pound bag today, and today I'm going to break them down into drumsticks, thighs, and boneless, skinless thighs for use for multiple applications. So today, let's begin.
The first thing we want to do is we want to take the chicken leg quarter and we want to flip it over. And we want to take this piece of backbone right here off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a boning knife or a fillet knife. We're going to work our way right under the bone. And we're just going to float the knife right across underneath to separate the meat from the bone. As you can see, we're getting it separated right here. And as we get it separated, we're going to pull it away gently. Pulling it away gently, pulling it away gently. Once we have it separated, what we want to do is we want to pull the bone, and you're going to hear a little pop. That little pop is separating the thigh bone from the backbone. Going to go in there with the knife, and we're just going to separate that completely. We're going to cut the fat off the backbone. Going to put that with our chicken skin. Going to try to remove any skin off the backbone. And put that with the skin. Put the backbone with the rest of the bones. Now we have a leg quarter that you could utilize just as it is. If you wanted to, you can grill this up. It's beautiful, nice and easy to cook with. Or what you can do is, what we're about to do is we're going to separate the leg from the thigh. To do so, we're going to keep that flipped over. Now, when you look at a leg quarter that's been cleaned and the backbone removed, you'll see right here, there is a line of fat. Right here is where the joint is for the drumstick to the thigh. We want to put our knife in that joint, cut straight down, and now we have two separate pieces. We have our nice drumsticks, which kids love. You can make these any which way. They're great smoked on the grill. They're great to use for soup, breaded, anything you can use a chicken leg for. Now we have our thighs. You can trim off some of that fat off the edge. You can keep this just as it is. These are great for any application. I love using chicken thighs in the kitchen. They're great for anything that would call for chicken breast. I would rather use a thigh. It stays moist, it stays tender. So now, but what we're gonna do today is we're gonna break this thigh down even further. First thing is we're gonna pull off the skin, put that on the side. Gonna trim off any excess fat. Gonna put that in our pile with the skin. Gonna flip that over. And now all we have here is one bone right here. And you can see there's a little line of fat. We're going to follow that fat line with the tip of our knife. And we go right to the bone. Once we get to the bone, we're going to scrape our knife right along the bone, as you see here. And we're just releasing the meat from the bone. Once you get 3/4 of the way around, flip it over, work the other side. We're going to do the same thing. We're just floating the knife along the bone all the way. And then once you get to the end, as you can see, I'm lifting it up. I'm pushing the bone out. I'm going to take my knife, insert it in, pull right out, go to the other side, remove the thigh bone, put that on the side for stock. Now, with the thigh flattened out, I'm going to cut off any of these big pieces of meat that are sticking off. Like these chunks, as you can see here. And these chunks that I'm cutting off and putting on the side, I'm going to put those in the stir-fry pile. Flip the thigh over. Now you can see there's another line of fat right here. We're going to cut along that line. And now we have two distinct pieces. We have this piece, which is like a cutlet. This piece I'm going to trim off the excess fat. And put that on the side with our thigh cutlets. This piece will go with our chicken strips. Scrape up any bits off the board before you start the next one. And we're pulling out the next thigh. This one is a biggie. And we're going to do the same thing. Flip it over, find the bone, find the backbone, cut across. Just float the knife down till you get it separated. Twist, give it a pop till the joint comes out. Cut right down, remove, trim off the skin, put the bones in the bone pile. There's your leg. Trace right down that joint, straight down, separated. Leg goes with the legs, thigh here. Pull off the skin, put it on the side, trim off the excess fat, trim off the fat, flip it over, trace along the bone, flip it, trace along the bone, flip it over, go right in between, cut, bone is out, stir fry, stir fry, stir fry, cutlet, strip. There you go. That's how you can break down the chicken into multiple pieces. I'm going to go ahead and break down this entire 10-pound bag. So I went ahead and I broke down the rest of that bag of chicken, and as you can see here, all the parts that we have, each piece can be frozen, so that this way you can take out any individual component as you wanted for a different recipe that you're making. We have our chicken legs, our chicken thigh cutlets, our chicken thigh strips, we have our chicken chunks, we have the breastbones, the thigh bones that we're going to use for stock, and we have the chicken skin that we're going to render off. Stay tuned for future videos on how to utilize all these parts in different applications.